I would disagree with anybody that says that it should be difficult to remove a Chief Justice.
Why not?
It should be very easy. It should be very easy to remove a president, and it should be very easy to remove a Speaker of Parliament. Either than that, we would have a recalcitrant Chief Justice who, by virtue of the fact that it's very difficult, would destroy our judiciary.
Was she the one who asked that she should be giving travel expenses? Is she not entitled to the travel expenses? And as I keep asking, when you are in that office and you have to travel, is it for you to determine I want this or that?
It has nothing to do with resetting the judiciary. Resetting the judiciary simply means that we demand that fairness and balance prevails in the way that the judiciary does it. That's all it's about. The president cannot go and physically purport to be resetting the judiciary by removing judges.
You say you are mourning the dismissal of the Chief Justice?
We are mourning democracy.
And why so, leader? Why so?
Why you claim that you have charges against the Chief Justice, so you are done with count 1. You have count 2 and 3 not done, and then you say you dismiss the president. That's the work of Puaman committee. That's what Puaman did as a judge.
But it said the 2 others agreed with the first petition. 3. There are 3, and then they said they've agreed with.
Say you are Dr. Mahmoud Beye president. No, why yes I do webia. Yen me buna ye wo animanyoko ni mu. Ye beti ni so atua papa. Enti bibia no eno ane se ye bebo nyame mpaye ni ewu. Ye betra nkwam. Because ya sese dam ya ba no ato ho pa ne dawo.
More trouble for the removed Chief Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Torkornoo. Now, asem for allegation na ebe bobano. And the extra punishment and insebeti makano, Jesus Christ. Me impossible. After say BBS and kai say na say information na bano yentimi from Mabontin. According to the president's spokesperson, Felix Obusuakwa Kwachi, or say Debi. A confidential, intimate back at the entire, you know. But as you make us say, at that one thing. 1 and 2 abonte, a month was a first petition, never on one leaking at the entire ground. A bit my honor, a bit a bit my say NDC for leaky. But the quack said that 3 things in a leaky and Baku more President John Dramani Mama. Then such as your sign now on one actually. On one kind. Now, just the Chief Justice, look at it. And the year from the show. Chi, na kind. Republic of Ghana, and the coat of arms and not to come out. Now, therefore, know ye all men that I, John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, in pursuance of the said article 1469, do hereby remove the said Chief Justice, Justice Gertrude Araba Isaba Torkornoo, from the office of Chief Justice and Justice of the Supreme Court with effect from the date hereof. In witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the presidential seal to be affixed at Accra this 1st of September 2025. Now signed by John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic. And when John Dramani Mahama on one such as say, Anna was signed. Now letter D can buy no letter no so restricted. Means any person can be in Ghana. Me see there's no close secret, be a open secret. A baba bontain. The letter never bontain. Ye bo a friend saying, Kwaya ye fa so. Eyi na free akunya so omo motena committee ni so yewie no findings say nyatia no ni na no committee ni twetwe kama ene de bai na baby ehu pa ne say he is not, the president is not just taking her off as obi a Chief Justice keke. The same offense now na uniform as a Chief Justice no, according to Mrani Chese, ye say you know as a Supreme Court judge. So she won't be a Supreme Court judge anymore. At the same time, only Chief Justice anymore. into a back akwane lawyer na ehokura no asem sawo. But then there's another allegation from Imani Ghana president Franklin Kujo. Now damning allegation, very very damning. Pa baby adena 10 year kokoduru no me em crash say me na we no betu to no wall after say bibia ko da di maye hu say Chief Justice get to Tarabasa kitoko no ko ogudu bye okofi akwakoda and I say the president statement na pepe now therefore know ye all men that I FC of SAR SAR no ye Santrophy lekwi ene hon kwanya basa for communities a ne e ka omobo as one constituency ananka ese easy chair ebuoma enka omo so nya representative for parliament a wanye no or say had all attempts to compromise the committee members that sat on the former Chief Justice case with mouth-watering offers they have never seen in their lives. It wasn't easy, but they stood firm and rejected the tainted office. We, Sema, Franklin Kujo, Imani Ghana, president, think tank group, Omodia Ghana, no Muso Omunina, Anamunina B, Omunia, the sign of the right place. The Ayama Ghana no Mekan Wasem, the Asema Ghana, Nina Ghana, Nini Yanwa, or Mekan Biamano. According to this allegation, Treze, and Pennyform got na case in this war. As a sika tuture die sika boy anyema ye de ebredom levumo so omunyi na omunni na nka Chief Justice ye nya na man nko no eno so sha say ba out na just say long things nko na ye no ase ho enye wa wasa na de nche chese oman kan ntima nso mu se pomu nso anka obo anka moje enti de kosi ye ni o yes Chief of Staff Chief Justice rather get to Araba Isaba Sekitoko no. Apart from say or the 12 witnesses, Eko say nka go defend no nanka bibia fine amfa no. Maame no per the Imani Ghana president alleged say ademudie bebre ko so bribe pa. But penifo say enya ha ofie na obeko ana amfa.
I would disagree with anybody that says that it should be difficult to remove a Chief Justice.
Well, why not?
It should be very easy. It should be very easy to remove a president, and it should be very easy to remove a Speaker of Parliament. Either than that, we would have a recalcitrant Chief Justice whom, by virtue of the fact that it's very difficult, would destroy our judiciary. When this matter started, and I'm very happy you quoted Afenyo. Why wouldn't Afenyo be sad? Under the able leadership of Chief Justice Torkornoo, he could go to court 12 o'clock, by 3 o'clock, he has an answer. So for sad people, it is right that they mourn. And I don't want to take him serious. Look, if there has been any Chief Justice who has disrespected the laws of the land, who has been so pompous, who has been so disrespectful, I'm sure, go and get the proceedings. What took place at the committee level and read her behavior before the committee members. The insults, the yelling, the sort of behavior the Chief Justice put up, it will marvel you. And I'm very surprised anyway, they said they were holding it in camera. If the committee members would do this country a great service by just exposing 0.5% of the Chief Justice, the removed Chief Justice actions, I'm telling you, people will chase it out. Look, at a point, you know, she came to do a press conference. You remember that issue? And told the entire country that she had no clue about the petition. The Chief Justice, under cross-examination, herself admitted that she had the petition. Where are we now? Now you have been removed as a Chief Justice, and not just a Chief Justice, but also a Justice of the Supreme Court. Really? And by extension, someone can even take
She can no more be on the Supreme Court.
No, she has no business. But now if there are files there, she go and pick it. And if you don't take it, they can even extend it to debar you. Maybe because this is misbehavior. You know, Roland, one of the things that I always get sad about is the fact that people treat the petitioner, Daniel Ofori, as a rag. What are we talking about? Do people know Mr. Daniel Ofori?
One of the richest Ghanaians.
You, Ghana Stock Exchange. He's the single most, he is the largest investor in our stock exchange. MTN, go to SIC, go to Ghana Commercial Bank, Bank. Between you and Mr. Ofori, who has this country at heart?
No, but who can even manipulate Mr. Daniel Ofori?
Daniel Ofori. Because they don't know him. They thought that people think that he's just a bystander. That they went and pulled him and said, oh, go and get Madam Torkornoo out. Let me say, President Mahama has behaved within the laws of the land. And I'm happy that a day after his decision, the general view out there is that, yes, though he's a communicator and a lawyer, he has rather behaved within the constitution. And as a citizen of this country, all that I expect from my presidents is to behave within the constitution. Once they do that, that is all. And I'm very happy that if a chief justice could travel with the husband and daughter and take from the country per diem when they are not supposed to, then, Mr. President, with this same alacrity and vim and vigor, get your Attorney General to begin to go for all those that have stolen from us. It's very important. We cannot leave it. And I like the vim, the tone that the president. This is what the people of this country are looking for.
Even though they said there is bad precedent, there's been.
Who is that bad precedent? Look,
I've had lead counsel, Nia Ikuyo to senior to.
Of course, if he was the counsel for the removed chief justice, if you go to war and you are battle like this, would you come and say there was a fair? But before the committee, he himself was part of those that were apologizing on behalf of the client for that behavior. Go and get a report, and you see the sort of person that we were dealing with. You understand? As we speak, the Chief Justice has taken us to ECOWAS court. You remember my rendition on A for task and then what that, Madam, take a cue from it.
All right.
Men of valor, men of conscience advise this woman that, Madam, negotiate it out. He said, no, Imbano. She wouldn't understand.
No what?
Imbano. The Nigerian would say, Imbano. I won't.
Ibano, it's gone.
Gone, eh?
Ibano.
Ibano. No. This one is Obaka.
Oh, there's Imano.
Yeah, this one Imbano. You see, the small Nigerian, the small, oh, you will let my, I nearly married a Nigerian woman, so don't take me for granted.
Okay.
Now, other lawyers who can't say a pair, we are Ghana and in us open one, yeah. Say in a Ghana constitution a part today. Or say over Ghana your constitution, yeah, say, dear Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo. One article 146 says, na indigenous as a Chief Justice, as a Supreme Court judge. No. You better say you should the same offense na if you as a lawyer. I miss Abba. I mean, a woman in your baby. But you as a Chief Justice, but you as a Supreme Court judge. What's that person mean as a lawyer? Born in I don't know who odi no more kukuni pa wie sika be be gromont ho. Kakra bi no ni kunu ne makodi ye. Ana na judge for kakra bi na nka o wi abewia ma nka mabeke Muntwaso na bibia fa na asem goto we nya asem bia muntwaso asem bi so. But according to the new case that what say ye person yi Chief Justice Gertrude Torkornoo as even a lawyer say onye lawyer kura bi obi me you say now Ghana Bar Association for Torkornoo ma me England US ni Commonwealth friends lawyers Torkornoo ma me you say you know say na won say man lawyer kura bi after over 30 years of being a lawyer ba and the Ghana for me bomb say mamu yes ha na eniema ye gina so niema miensa ye gina so yi Chief Justice enunie the entire me be kan say me na manfo ni say ma obonti aba na MP edima MPP akasa afa ho lawyer edima maame remove Chief Justice yes power a transcend to there's a internal mre ni ngaso so mre sisi aso obehwe na wo time aso eni o enne we enu ani e mre na ni na ensema ne nima me say to am nso ni unlawful expenditure of public funds. The committee held that the Chief Justice caused the judicial service to pay travel expenses for her husband and daughter during private holiday trips in 2023, including per diem allowances. This, the report stated, was an unavoidable and reckless dissipation of public funds. Necessary. Or the Nikunu and Neba etukwan wa Ghana dimu abra mrano emma ho kwan. Asa mo per diem as I account said the omo officials Ghana asmo in 2023. Enti eno no because of financial loss in the states, public funds in the world USA sika kwa. I mean, says can ebeje ne back and say no ano no. All con operation cover all loot no and kan wana. Second one, abuse of discretionary power. The committee found that her handling of the transfer of one Mr. Billian breached Article 296A and B of the Constitution, describing the acts as misbehavior. Not just a mameno, a do baby at a judge BD case, and I says, I say, M1, and not just a win come, and if you could look Masin as I was saying, the way dear, and try interference in judicial appointments. The report also noted that she sought to bypass the established process for nominating justices of the Supreme Court, contrary to precedents set in the Ghana Bar Association case. The committee concluded this amounted to misbehavior. And also another misbehavior say or try elected and command the president. Now the dan kwa go say no here judge phobia mo be can justice for no our Supreme Court for. Now per the Constitution no the procedure is an no. But on one the pay and also any idea na sa to me no e won nsa na way ana a lawyer ese won ti ase na adenti na mo be man bone ababonten ansa na ono kwa hu bone a wedi to ne lawyer de wedi ntwayi enya ade a na nkese so kura say ye to bibi say su a aya bedin say be gasa your friend say ye benya friend say emra say ye benya emra say emra ne be di amafo say na fata cause ne client mami asi ya jojo na ma obi ehu ne bone na on kwanye hu ne bone obi ehu ne bone on kwanye hu ne bone na ono wa fom no ade na onu ngasa ni oso adwe hu a wa yes a on tiase osi di amafo ye di heye na gopo say nka no kure ntwayi.
Was she the one who asked that she should be giving travel expenses? Is she not entitled to the travel expenses? And as I keep asking, when you are in that office and you have to travel, is it for you to determine I want this or that? It is for the organization to work it and give it to you. Assuming it was wrongly given to you, is that not why you have audits? Is it not the case for auditors to say that we think that you should be surcharged with a certain amount which you took unlawfully? Is it a grant or removal? Are you the one who are you the spending officer when the letters were actually even management letters and whatever were sent to the judicial secretary who is a spending officer and no wrongdoing, no surcharge? And I'm surprised Domelevo was on it. He sat through it. He had us. We made presentations to him. And he, in the midst of all, in the face of all this, comes out to say that she has misappropriated money. Which man?
According to the lawyer, so say, Oma responded to petition. No, Sanya mana edited to Nesuni na where no quanya any no. So ye are no we can see. And can ultimately say, Moon said, Debbie. O can say ye way, but they be and see. But Omanias have to mean na way. Anna MP. Nana J. Bafo. Our Mansia South MP said, the Moka can na say, or the name Kuduko, or the Bako, how to have them. Was the one them from that in a mistakes. And to mistake a crowd, where no agent does money. Oh, wait, no, would know where so. Chief Justice, how? Like what you know what on say mistakes or be our government that you be space be able. Yes, I mistakes he be. I'm say, Onyonko de Ghana sika de ni kuna tu kwan de ne ba tu kwan. E say twa pe de masa mo no. Onyonko de ne pe atwere letter tintin na goma president. E kwakọ ni judges of ni justice for no. Say the be on what ma appally up court no with the judges for no. Enye bone. And now papa him say justice delayed, justice denied. Are you? Ebia no him. But I say a mistake in franchise.
My brother, we've had all the conversations on procedure and propriety of the complaints that were made against her prior to the decision coming out. And in my humble view, we've exhausted it. It is without a doubt that this is a predetermined conclusion. An answer was set long before the NDC came into power. And when they came into power, they set the question that would lead to the answer which was set before they came into power. In my view, very respectfully, whatever discussion we have is academic. All we can say now is what has happened is very unfortunate. Look, I heard my brother talk about the fact that no law has been breached. You may agree with him, you may disagree with him. I wish I could play a song of Daddy Lumba today or request it to be played. There's a song, one of his gospel songs. I say, why na otini? Why na otini? My brother, let's even make an attempt to judge the current system by the same principles. Right? Sometimes, because of our relationship with some of the judges, our friendship with them, they are very careful not to say things. But look, in recent times, the acting Chief Justice was traveling. He issued notice that Justice Poorman has been appointed as an acting Chief Justice. You are an acting Chief Justice by reason of a constitutional sanction. Can you appoint another person to act in your stead simply because you are traveling? My brother, if we were to hold the standards so strict, nobody will qualify. Nobody. My brother, we have to be careful what we are doing.
But Nana, are standards not meant to be adhered to? We've set these standards, so why did we set them in the first place?
My brother, what are the standards? You know, there are various degrees of standards and their consequence for breach. I'm saying that in administrative work, it is so difficult for a person not to commit one or two errors in administrative work. If every single error is going to constitute a ground for removal, then nobody is safe.
Kwachi ufosu say mo de aya na mo na tomo ana ye mistake ana ya nkantre mo ana e friend say ye pese research ja na o se debi ni na nya no kre enye se chinchi na atwan John Dramani Mahama any the NDC government e pese o mo research justice system no na je se o mu yi amanfo furo na mu di amanfo be chim do se debi na mom no nti Ghana emra no se edu obi amanfa nyina na nti obi e koko seller oye wache seller na odi bone a ono bone no emra ni ni nti obi o high position ono de emra no etena ono na kwoto de na bodwe ho munya sa asem ne ka no mpatie kura.
It has nothing to do with resetting the judiciary. Resetting the judiciary simply means that we demand that fairness and balance prevails in the way that the judiciary does it. That's all it's about. The president cannot go and physically purport to be resetting the judiciary by removing judges. This is a big issue for the rule of law. You see, the fundamental principle of the rule of law, the reason why rule of law must be adhered to, is that all of us are equal before the law. Else, if you violate Ghanaian law, if my good friend, the former Deputy Attorney General, violates Ghanaian law, if I violate Ghanaian law, irrespective of our standing in society, we must be dealt with according to the dictates of the law. Any society that is unable to do that cannot call itself a society governed by the rule of law. I get the impression that people are considering the significance of the office of the Chief Justice. And are therefore saying that irrespective of the availability of evidence of wrongdoing, if constitutional provisions are followed to arrive at a determination that should be removed, it should not be done simply because he's the Chief Justice. We cannot do that. You see, the coconut seller on the street, the woman who sells water across your offices, is the same before the law as the Chief Justice, as the President, as the Speaker of Parliament. It is indeed the reason why all public office holders have provisions within the Constitution that govern their conduct. And if you violate that conduct, you are dealt with according to what the law says. That is what the matter is about, really.
Mr. Alfred Twanyebwa says that this is only arming the political class to continually interfere with the office of the Chief Justice and any other future Chief Justice that may be appointed.
President Akufo-Addo removed an electoral commissioner, as Mr. Twanyebwa suggested, that meant that open season had been declared on all electoral commissions and that every electoral commissioner had to be removed with a change of government. Is that what he suggested? In any case, the Constitution does not make room for recklessness and arbitrary removal of judges without basis. So Mr. Twanyebwa tomorrow, if he becomes president, cannot decide that because on 1st September 2025, Justice Torkornoo was removed from office upon the recommendation of the Justice Torkornoo Committee, then he is also going to remove every Chief Justice that he comes to be. The law does not make room for that. Due process must be followed. And it must be seen.
Hana Semno Ebabu, high naked truth. Oh, Oldboga trends. Subscribe like it, they say. Alexander Afenyo Markins. Wangawe, Wanyere, means and then ya only work before no Jacob good room work with Yawa. Or say ye Chief Justice Gertrude Araba is about Torkornoo. So on your Chief Justice Biono. Wangawe. And then yeah, or to the bossy, call YouTube. I know go download Riala. Sani rendition, you ma or your friend say, O see me some boy. We are going home. I know they were too hot. We are going. Heaven nowhere we are going. We know we will get there. Now they say, Yen na yen be a yakako. Mama yanka shi anu kodu. Na say ye kodua. Ani ebehu se no kobi eje na the FAS ne kekere se ori betu ho na wa ma caption ana gabi otedako de na Ghana for de facto prime minister no Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo the former president the office you know ana also de betu ho we shall surely get there and we know we will enti anyum no moto omonka ase pudu nse na se se beduru ho na se brebre omun sa be ka se akunya no musa ke se kunkrem ene ya uye Chief Justice ne do beto wa help baby da ye be you
of the Chief Justice rather unjustly, but we'll come back to that one.
You say you are mourning the dismissal of the Chief Justice?
We are mourning democracy.
And why so, leader? Why so?
Why you claim that you have charges against the Chief Justice, so you are done with count 1. You have count 2 and 3 not done, and then you say you dismiss the person. That's the work of Puaman committee. That's what Puaman did as a judge.
But it said the 2 others agreed with the first petition. 3. There are 3, and then they said they've agreed with.
Now, why I'm a member of Parliament, Edima Bosumefreo, Nana Asafo, a J.A. Essay. Said Dr. Mahmoud Baumia Udonyan Kopon Hata Soro. Say Orini power ni we say King Grim. Naso Oba power in 2028. Na Chief Justice any is you when you name free wa ono. Jo be ye tie no be 1 month demonstration me say na one ka say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia no. Ye be to aba dia man. Ye be to aba no. Ama na ba abe promise go win here. oni Brian Champo e da so pre oni Kennedy Japan pre oni Dr. Duchu pre oni Kwabena Japan pre onye wie ya ansa na waba be pre ni NDC fo ni CPP ni PPP ni e friends gumu ni movement for change ni o ma waka Timon Mbo ase but o say oni onim say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia banko ade a wie be kian ne kin de say bia no e one thing and say as I said Chief Justice at NDC every year obepamo no enti o ever say ne or 3 months 3 years 3 months on twamro and in fear 40 kura na on twamro obepamo no
be ye krom ha de no enti ho kwa saawo ye nim Council of State enti o man peninu ne Council of State no en decide say asem no a ye dia ba bebo ntansa na ye dia bo no sebe eye hurodo rada sem ana se enyina so wom tiwo ye wi a ye inform ye nti basenkuo basenkuo no so no man panin kro no a na eti basenkuo no oti ase woti basenkuo ni wi ha basenkuo no aba be ka se enyina so na na se entansa na ye dia bo no enyina so wom enyina so nim na man panin na gina o manu disem so no de yi wawie simple simple eni yina so okrom aye nimu nsem a akoso eni enimu ni esie etimidie no krekwa mi amiti from my position Chief Justice Israel odie Jabi bia maninka
onjai man
oh mami hwe me join the MPP any other political parties a year demonstration against the removal obi man ko demonstration ni say minim say demonstration no besisa o madwene na o majai ne o moye no da bi da because demonstration say ne be yensen na ho say maybe by or may more na ye Chief Justice na nipa ku bi solid na ye saa de no kekepe and I'm free constituency driving by bejire mu bi ma mejire mu se ebesesa bibi enti obi we die backdoor case what you say backdoor case me sa demonstration o mo hwe o mo be kai se me kasae me kan se me die opa ma o man penin decide so yi friends easy me konfuadu anya mi ko mfa me ho
easy boss
obi opa oyi obi obeso yi mfa me ho ni a me pese me kan se ya hyehyɛ dam ya bana to so ho ye hu baby akwakwa ne bibiada enti ye besua de
efidi ekoso ye
obi me dano me kan se yewura Dr. Mahmoud be ye president no wanye sade we bia ye mabu na ye wo animanyoko nim no ye betini so atua papa enti bibia no eno ane se ye bebo nyame mpaye ni ewu nye betra nkwam because ya hyehyɛ dam ya ba no ato hɔ pa ne dawo oti ase agro no o ma kyerɛ sɛ ne agro no ani tie enti we die obi me meka zo mampeni oye ni ye wanye ni ye oye ni ye wanye ni oh da bida awagio
o train right time no
senior here ana ma kyerɛ nya procedure na ma kyerɛ
what procedure
Nyawia ni petition,
yes.
What do you say?
Yes.
It took me drop petition say be Chief Justice ne kra no da no ohia wo wanchia wo. Say be da no kra no say be wo ba court obu wanichie. Ana say be court wa wo de ba court no si court na mu yihwa.
Yeah.
Na wa tworo. Ne ohia no wo tworo ba. Now the same Council of State now yes sambe forming a bribie ban because formation ensesa. What you say? Formation no ensesa Hey, edu baby krana formation ya asesa. Ye be bubuga se ne born Asante region. Eyi ye friend say nana ye friend say oh Kasabodu. Ye born formation no ye yi nana Kasabodu free mu a ehye ade ne pepepe no. Sara. Se ne be ya. The same bisa friend say duji na ohwa president na ka say na ye de bi ko kire friend say so mu aten o se wa ohoro ni nsa. Sa na time no so ayo so be koti pilato no so ahoro ne nsa e simple
enti ensema nana asafo jey eyi a o ye member of parliament edima bosome afreho onso dia betu so no enti afenema kin say we are going have no we are going na nyankopon a o hata soro eni asase ya munina munimani twa bebia ye kokako ma emre no meso ma MPP nkoye ma obi nga say personal vendetta de kai say you go for chi chama wuntumi omuka kire say eye dan say NDC for efre akunyam na MPP ba omuso bechechi NDC for ma omuso bail amount terms na pepepe and the one na no moto aso no Gabriel Ochi da ko say we know we shall get there we know we will enti omu na jitum say power enka ba kufu se mu nche omu mreba omuso di bibia ye NDC na wei ana mebu se o se enti video ya mi hu ye enti na Chief Justice get to Araba Sokono Tokono enti se ya mpamo no ana ye yina mfire akunya no so ana nka oto aso ne the president John Dramani Mahama ebe ye adwuma en committee ma ye adwuma kwa de there's one event at John Dramani Mahama church na obobo mpanifo din obo Chief Justice get to Tokono we don nankopon how na ni hwe no ye na no say am say that's it I saw when be am say
Chief Justice Torkornoo, former President John Ajekum Kufuor.
Enya no kwa abra ye Paul the Vice President. Jena no poku mesa. The same thing. Sere no fake pa. No I mean it seems eno so entwa yi. Na dey say ne kura na ne say maami get to Tokono. Na John Dramani Mahama okura onye wadwe say opeso ni adwuma. Na oni ntimi nya adwuma. Na every president so na about vice president to the speaker of parliament to the chief justice. Nto no ya to aba ma no. No be the president na wie no. Wo na oni ni bebe adwuma ni ntimi nya adwuma. Na mo be da gura bobra na bo. Nti dey ye na say ne ba ko na combat ntimi nya president. Wo na obekọ na enro da ewura nyankopon. Awo canvas wa Accra ai. Madam Charlotte say ye di petition come Chief Justice get to Daraba Tokono say wadi bone baako miensa say don so ye say wadi bone baako miensa aye gina so say procurement issues ye di yi two directors no na ma me ne ko biza say ene mo ma me hwe me petition bi dem mo ka fa me bese mi hu na ye mfi no ene Chief Justice say no so obo no gara we enura asaboni nko asaboni nko asa tese odi asasa na udi se nani agia uzi no in the birthday what's hwe account 90 na ode won say asane na account 90 esa account sa obesane am ya redinura Allah wallahi party pa e dey match a lot of say former electoral commissioner check enura ojinani keke The law is the law is the law. twist and turn, more punishment, more issues for the removed Chief Justice. According to Imani Ghana President Franklin Kujo said, even when na panel no committee not the case in this no, there was bribes a full left, right, center. By committee need urgency here. And so multimedia verdict ba. Again, as it stands now, Gertrude Arabe Esaba Seki Tokono onye Chief Justice Emma Ghana at the same time onye Justice of the Supreme Court. And again, Sagana Nibia pa and ye obetima tenase na watchre akopɛ lawyer ne wali du kakagagagage na say the aksa court bi o say enambo ne wadi yeyi na as a chief justice ana yeyi na as a justice of the supreme court nyina so nyensa nyini say onsa nye lawyer bio eno amana yehu say we eto so asembesi Alexander Afenyo Markins say we are going heaven nowhere we are going we know we will get there. Afenyo Markins say the MP NDC former starting on monka shene munkodu na monka say NDC beba power MPP beba power rather na MPP ba temo ye no pepe anom so mbeye the same playbook anom me play owi na gabi o chere da ko eso the fool say yes we shall get there we know we will di omo of him say edin e besi an MP eni ma boso me chere say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be president odo nyankopon hatasoro as I say oyi chief justice NDC NDC kunya so efri ne ne otena koya am say eh toboase na wonim say obedi wini hanase o wini for so kwachi arabishi cases say koso na say as a man for visa which anti be na dey reset o say ye mra na di pani bi amra di no mra no bi amro so but lawyer they must get truth araba say Torkornoo tell say NDC for am fair hearing petition no kro mama reply some come reply and can see ana tell say ya mo amount for kro petition na say na the client petition ya no fair to the client na ehun dede ne hu sensem ama Charlotte say fans pa dede pa ni asapa eni asaboni kuma sase wa sabruta no na ni di age no for comment to comment section na say now suspect say bibi say betimesi say chief justice mu a na yedi ni case na sikasam business na namase na the LG say ampanya pass sa na tia yen to aso mba empanation mani nyeye ana yenya na sa unya opportunity yenya lawyer obeko court ama eni kura no lawyer na osaye no we ye free ne so ana say yenku ni maboni yenya na sa na wabre na media misu se wabre nti ka yenya no eman let her breathe man breathe kakra na say wabre subscribe like na share but notification button on because asem yesi ebehu achenra ene ebeko so ato amanfo beko so ato ayampia tidi ebesi no me de bebro na there's one big name bia also enche sesi amike se petition is a gunechi no ene petition ketwa the president John Dramani Mahama ne chase aseso ne seka wait say so notification button on ubehia papa open the background me mo clear me body no baby me body no me nka so your ba na se be ma but say auto was na naked truth Oldboga trends out ubenya sa afila ni na edi no Maxi Billian Macra bye bye.